como se va, sharpeners? So what do we have here? So today, a couple things happened. Today I'm gonna go ahead and rehone. I done started on this stone right here. This is my axe that I use to set my wedges if I'm cutting down trees. I run about a 28-inch handle on it. That's what I got ordered. Like I said, just something short I can use to wedge after I finish my saws. It had a broke handle or a cracked handle, so I decided to replace it. So while I'm doing it, I'm gonna go ahead and I sanded it down, got it looking pretty, and I'm gonna go ahead and put edge on it. I had just recently done the same with this, right? My regular axe. This thing here, you can almost shave with it. This was done with a carborundum stone, but both of these stones I'm gonna go ahead and try on my new Ardennes Coticule Pyrenees stone. So I want to still want to do the shaping and getting my burr on my carborundum stone, because I don't want to eat up my Coticule and do the rough work there. Okay, so this stone here is an oil stone, and how I do these will make this short and sweet, because I've already shaped it on here, as you can see, right? I'll go ahead and go through what I do, and then we'll move to the other stone. Basically here, and I'll do this until I can feel a burr form. And my angle, I don't want it too shallow of an angle, because this is an axe, right? So I'm off about here. I don't need a thin edge. I want a sharp edge, but I don't want it thin. So then I swap here after I got a burr and work it down this way. If I'm working a double-headed axe, it's kind of tricky keeping track. And as long as you do one side at a time, one burr at a time, it's fine. Right? You can also, if your axe is in bad shape, if mine's bad shape, I usually use a file to get any kind of dings out of it, if I have any. We'll go ahead and put this aside. Okay. You know, anybody that works outside and has the rough weather in the south, has down trees and stuff like that, got to clear like we just had. Your cutting tools are your best tools. Most of us will use a chainsaw, which I do, but you got to have axes handy. So this work, I'm not going to put this work on a blue coticule. Okay, this is a combo stone from Ardennes Coticules. Okay, it's a blue coticule, which is rated at 4,000, which this is an axe. I don't need a shave with it. And this is a Pyrenees stone rated at 1,200. Okay, I'm gonna use this stone to knock out any roughness I did with that. And I could leave it off of this carborundum stone. I like my axes sharp, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this on water, soapy water. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna make a slurry off this Pyrenees stone. Then I'll work the axe. Just in the spirit of keeping this video short, and this is not a knife, kitchen knife I'm using to cut anything with. We'll put a quick edge on it, see if I can get it to shave on here, which would be way too short for a knife, but we'll see if we can do it, and go from there. If I want it sharper, I can, but I can tell you right there, I'm not gonna be worried about having anything sharper than that. Okay, so I'm gonna work it the same way. Okay. I'm gonna get up till I can feel the apex of the axe engaging. I mean, I'm using some pressure here. And I'm gonna do this till I feel a burr form, small burr. Makes me feel like I've got most of the work done. And one thing I'm doing, if you see I'm kind of rotating like this, just making sure I'm getting, you know, it's a little bit more difficult to sharpen an axe than it is a knife. So I want to make sure I'm getting the whole thing. Kicking a bunch of swarf right here, so we'll go ahead and check. See, I've got a tiny burr all the way across. That was fast. Maybe not right here. Yep. Okay. And we'll look at the polish. Look at that. That's impressive. Okay, you can still see the lines here from the carborundum stone. We'll work that out. Carborundum is not a natural stone. This is a natural stone. This stone was is distributed and sold by Ardennes Coticule. You can see the link in the video as I'm speaking. And was given to me to try by Rob and Maurice Sellis. I should appreciate that. Kind of move around because I don't want to dish this stone. You can dish any stone with a heavy tool like this. Okay. Yep, definitely got a burr now. Okay. All I'm doing by that burr, I'm making sure I'm reaching apex on each side. So let's look at the polish. Good polish here. Yep. So the lines are gone. Good polish there. All right. So now we're gonna hydrate that tag. And we're just gonna rotate it like this in my hand. All I'm doing is clearing the burr. We're not shaving with this. Not cutting tomatoes, so I don't have to be 100,000% correct. I just want to make sure I don't feel a good burr on either side and have a cutting edge. Right. Clean edge both ways. Let's see how we sit here. It's not cutting hair, but it's damn sure sharp. Okay. I'm gonna use a little 3-in-1 all. So I'm gonna take this cuticle, yellow cuticle, and I'm just gonna hone here and see if we can get some polish and a little more already. Look at the steel. Get a little more sharpness. Because this, my friend, is a game changer. If I could get one of these, or this stone, have this stone, and if I could get one made, a Pyrenees, with like, in a small stone like that, if a man in his back pocket in the woods, you could literally do this with a machete. Who doesn't need a machete sharpened? Your axe, and not have to rely on having a vise to use a good, or being cumbersome using a file. Okay, here. Good. Flip it to the other side. This is a little Gris Naturl Coticule. See the Belgian blue on the bottom side and the yellow here. And you may ask, why are you using the yellow if I've read it's an 8,000 grit stone versus a 4,000 blue stone? Well, that yellow cuticle is an amazing stone. It has incredible range. And the more slurry you see this building on here, and I'm letting it dehydrate. So I'm letting them garnets remain, which will give me increased cutting power. Kind of working down on the edge again. Okay, let's look at this. So I used all, remember? Take this off. Look at that. Holy smokes. Wipe it off. Look at the linen, see if we can get it to get any better. Okay, That axe was run on linen, I guess 3 or 4 times, and leather 4 times. We'll see. That's a shaving axe head. Nice and toothy. Well, all right. Lesson number 2, sharpening your axe. Now, would this be something I would do in the woods to this capacity? Probably not. But seasonally, or before I got a big cut coming on, clear something, I could see myself using these stones to come in and give a really good edge. Like I said, you want you don't want too thin an edge on an axe. You want to make sure you keep it, right? But definitely I handed to it, and you can see how fast it worked, and how much difference in polish you get versus an old cup. This is probably a 200 grit stone, and you can see it's heavily used for this purpose. But I come from the land of rice fields and crawfish farms, so a good sharp shovel is a must-have down here. So my shovel gets probably more work than my axes do. But that'll be another video coming up, how to sharpen a shovel. So appreciate you joining me. This is Eric. This is my channel, The Cajun Blade, and y'all stay classy, baby.